This is Paul at Asher Automotive. Got a 2020 Ram 2500 here. We're going to put some new tires on it on the front, and we're going to do the alignment. You might ask why we're only doing the front. This customer doesn't do proper tire rotation, so he wore out the front. The rear actually still in pretty good shape. So we're going to put these big bad boys on there, these Toyos, and this is my lead tech, Justin. He's going to be doing the job. Here we go. This is the lug nut off of the Dodge that we're doing the tires on. You can see the aluminum covering on the top of the lug nut. If this gentleman had been rotating his tires properly, this aluminum covering here would swell up, make it very difficult for the socket to go on and off this lug nut. As you can see, this one's in really good shape. It's not ballooned out or anything. They do make aftermarket lug nuts with this without this sheathing. So when you replace these guys on the truck, you'll only have to do it once. This side of the valve stem, the reason why you start there is so that you don't damage the TPMS sensor when you're taking this tire off. And then you'll notice he does the same thing on that side, because you can hurt this sensor. If you start on this side of it, it'll bind up and pull the sensor this way and crack it. On every tire is a DOT stamp that shows not only the DOT number, this four-digit number right here, but it also shows a date code. The last four digits of the DOT are actually the week in the year that the tire was manufactured. So in this case, it says 3223. That's the 32nd week of the 23rd year. So this tire was basically just recently made. So the good thing about these tires is they actually fit the rim very well. You notice there's not much gap here before we even put air in it. A lot of times we get these tires in where the wheel is much wider than the actual bead where the tire goes. And then we have to use this cheetah back here, this device right here, to help us get the tire started in air pressure. So in this case, we're not gonna have to do this. This tire should air up pretty easily.
You just measured on this deal?
Yes, sir. As soon as it hits 65, we'll be good. Make sure both beads pop on the tire.
Yeah.
That was the second one.
Every vehicle, every truck has a specific air pressure that it wants to see. If you'll come around here with me, I'll show you where that is. Probably all seen it. On the newer vehicles, there's a sticker. It is actually right in here, get in there, you'll see that yellow, black, and white sticker. It shows the air pressure for the tires front and rear. However, when you start getting these bigger tires on there that are not factory, you'll need to adjust that air pressure to where the truck rides the best, okay? In this case right here, you're probably gonna wanna add maybe 5, maybe 10 pounds of air pressure, just because it's a larger tire with the weight that it's trying to hold up to. If you go down the road and you're bouncing around and you're moving around, that means you got too much air pressure in it. You can also tell by the actual way the tire wears in. If it's wearing in too much in the middle, you've got too much air pressure in it. If it's wearing on the outside edges there and the middle looks good, probably have too little air pressure in it. So just something to keep in mind. If you have any questions about that, you can always come by your nearest shop and they'll help you out with that. So we got the tires mounted, we got the air pressure in there where we want it, and now what we're gonna do is put it on the balancer here. Justin, are we gonna do road force on these? Okay, so some balance machines have this capability and some don't. This wheel right here is what we call a road force balancer equipment, and what it does is it simulates the weight of the vehicle while it's being balanced. Gives it a more precise balance and makes it to where when you get these bigger tires on here, doesn't make the vehicle shake or your steering wheel shake. You've all felt it when your tire balance is off. This will really help that process here. So what he's doing now is he's got the cone measured up to the inside of the wheel, and he's going to attach the wheel here. We're going to give it a spin, put some balance weights on it. What he's doing here is he's taking all the weight off the tire from the old balance. The new tire will incorporate a different balance weights and different characteristics. So we want to make sure we start off with just the tire, just the wheel, clean all the others off, start from scratch. This roller has engaged the tire and it's putting that weight that it needs for that road force balance. And after the spin, it will show him exactly how much weight he needs to put on the wheel to counteract the balance of the actual tire. You'll notice on these type of wheels here, we try not to put any weights on the outside because it'll scar up the paint on the outside in these nicer wheels like this. So we use a stick weight, a flat weight on the inside there, and he'll put that in a couple of different positions on the inside of the wheel in order to accomplish the balance that we're looking for. The laser light, I don't know if your camera can pick it up or not, but that right there is the middle of the weights that he's going to put on the wheel. So in this case, the tire and wheel are asking for 2.75 ounces of weight. These weights that he's using right here, they're a 1/4 ounce per. So he's using 2.75, and he's going to put the middle of that laser right in the middle of this strip. It's also important, like he did all that cleanup and prep that he did. If you don't do that, that weight will not stick properly. And it can potentially fall off, and then you'll wind up with a balance issue. As you can see, once he's got the weights on, both sides register okay. That means it is in balance and it is ready to be put back on the truck. What he's doing here is he's just putting them on semi-tight, and then he's going to come back around and put an actual torque on these. These usually get torqued, this type of wheel tire right here, probably looking at about 125 to 150 foot-pounds of torque on these. We're just about finished up with these 2 new tires. Going to move it over to the alignment rack, but just want to let you know, this is Asher Automotive, Bryan, Texas. We'll catch you next time.